Welcome back to 843 TV. We are now joined by Tony Mastropole, and Tony's going to be telling us about a really cool new product, and he's representing the Don Ryan Center of Innovation today, and he's one of their incubator programs. Tony, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about your product, the Freedom Toilet Seat. It's really, revolutionary in the world of toilets. So tell us about it.
Okay, it's a product that I've developed it will slowly lower you down to the toilet, and when you're ready to rise, just lean forward and it will lift you up. So it'll help anyone who has a disability or any kind of function that's not allowing them to get up by themselves.
And that makes a product like this makes sense in our community. We do have a lot of retirees in Beaufort County, so I assume this is something for senior citizens that would help them.
Senior citizens, people who've had knee operations, hip operations, or strokes, just any kind of disability that.
So it literally is almost like a lift.
It is a lift. It's a hydraulic. It works off hydraulics.
Wow, that's great. Great idea.
So how'd you come up with the idea for the product?
The reason why I came up with the idea for the product is my wife had ALS for quite a few years, and that's a condition that slowly deteriorates your muscles in your body. So she wasn't able to use the bathroom functions by herself. So in doing so, being a caregiver, you also have the problem of lifting somebody. So I came up with the idea to help her and myself so she could have a better quality of life.
What's your background? Were you an engineer, or how did you
I
come
was
up
an automation engineer for 27 years.
Yeah. So you were prepared for this.
Well, I wasn't prepared for what I had to do, but I did it.
Right.
So
well, that's great.
That's how I came with it.
Tony, what makes the Freedom Toilet Seat better than similar products?
Well, for one, it's self-contained. The permanent version, which I now have a patent on, that bolts to the existing toilet with just 2 bolts that you take off your toilet seat, bolt this on, and it's all self-contained. So there's no extra peripheral stuff, hoses, wires, anything like that that's on the market. Plus we have another version of it which is portable, so it folds up and you could carry with you. You're not confined to the home anymore. You could go visit relatives, do doctor's appointments, and just travel. So
this could really change some people's lives.
It has already.
That's great.
It has already.
So as we touched on earlier about who's benefiting from this product, your first impression is that, oh, that's only for senior citizens. But like you said earlier, your wife had ALS. I had a grandfather that was paralyzed from his waist down. So being a caregiver, that has to be a huge help because that takes all the load off your back from lifting them from a wheelchair or anything onto that. That has to be a huge benefit.
And plus the person who's using it, it gives them their dignity.
It gives them their privacy
and
back.
privacy back, which, as people who need help, they always need somebody to help them. And that's not a nice feeling for them. So this frees them, and that's how we come up with the Freedom Toilet Seat name.
It's the perfect name once you realize what the product is.
It makes more sense now.
I know, when he said that at first, I was like, what in the world could that be? But that brochure is perfect because growing up around someone who was handicapped, it's the little things that we take for granted that really do make a huge difference.
Until you know you need it.
You don't know you need it until you can't do it anymore.
That's right.
and especially in a case, like from my personal experience, my grandmother was the caregiver, and my grandfather was, 200 pounds.
Big man.
So, every single detail that she had to do was a challenge because he was so much bigger than her. Something like this just eliminates a big problem because, basically when somebody's sitting down, you're deadlifting them, picking them back up.
That's what it is.
That's just... so that being said, if it's a man or a woman, does one size fit all? Do you have different categories? How does that work?
We have different categories. It goes specific by your weight. We change the pistons that we use, so it's not one size fits all. We custom built to the person's weight, so it will work for you exactly as it needs to work, and so it's easily.
So you custom build each one?
Yes, I do.
Wow, and so tell us about. We spoke earlier before we started taping about the Don Ryan Center, and they're obviously a partner of the station. So tell us about the things that they've done for you guys and how it's made a difference.
The Don Ryan Center is basically taken us from the bottom to the top almost. They've helped us with our brochures, they've helped us with advertising, with research and that we need to do to find out where we can sell these and who the people are that really need it. So they've been a tremendous help to us.
And have you found that process to be rewarding? It's kind of like, tell us a little bit about the process. Is it like going to class? Do you learn things? Or
yes,
they just
you do.
Help
you go there and they go step by step. They help you. they do a lot of legwork for you that you yourself would have to have a big staff of people. They are connected with Clemson University, which they use some of their background to help me find where the proper place is to try to sell the product and people who to meet. So that's what they do for you.
Yeah, and obviously for those who don't know, Don Ryan Center is out at Buckwalter Place, which is a really up and coming development in the area. They've just got that brewery coming, and Don Ryan Center is right there inside of CareCore, right next to it. So it's a great location. And you said you guys don't have an office in there, but you go there regularly.
We go there once or twice a month, and we meet with them more often if we need to. So it's unlimited amount of.
So for all the people who now have a need for this and are interested in purchasing this product, how do they go about that?
You could go to the freedomtoiletseat.com, and we have a website, or you could call us. We have a number listed there, which is it's 844-254-3800, and you could call in. I will talk to you personally if you need any advice, but our website has the information there, so that's where.
Well, I think that's a wonderful memorial that you did that to help your wife, and that'll kind of let her legacy live on and help a lot of other people who will need that, whether anybody wants to talk about it or not. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea. It really is.
That's a game changer for home health nurses,
Exactly.
caretakers, everybody. Well, I mean, as a hairdresser, I've had clients before that, we have to lift up out of their wheelchair to get them in the shampoo bowl. And that sounds like an easy thing, but sometimes it's more challenging than others. So, well, thank you very much for being with us. To find out more information on this, please visit their website and make sure that you come back for one more segment of 843 TV.